Great. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We begin on page 142 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shuvchem, Shuvchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Parashat Beshalach, one of maybe the most famous Torah portions in all of Torah, because of the Song of the Sea, because it is in this Torah portion that our ancestors marched through the sea on dry ground, the Torah says, after having been saved from the Egyptians. And of course, as the Israelites make their way through the sea and find themselves on the opposite shore, the Egyptians behind them, the sea comes in, and the Egyptians that are following at least are lost. Pharaoh and his armies lost in the sea. There's lots of commentary about this moment. One of the most well-known bits of commentary, certainly in Reform and liberal synagogues, is the midrash that talks about God crying in that moment. That the angels on high were celebrating, having watched the Israelites make it to the other side of the sea, and God tells them to stop. Stop celebrating. My creations are dying. God says. It is a difficult moment in Beshalach that we both celebrate our exodus and the demise of what must have been thousands of soldiers. We come into this Shabbat with Shirat Hayam in mind, with Tu B'Shvat Sunday night, and of course on Monday remembering Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Holding his memory in our minds, we both get to celebrate the amazing things that happened in our country through much of his leadership, and also hold the sadness of those who have been lost in that struggle, those who continue to struggle for equality, for equity, for freedom in this country. We hold both the joy and the pain at the same time. And so, hopefully, at least for the next few hours, even as we make our way towards that memory, with Shabbat here, maybe we can find a way to hold more of the joy than the pain for the next few hours at least, as we celebrate welcoming Shabbat, page 138, L'Chadodi. We'll be singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and when we reach our 9th and final verse, we'll rise and face the entrance to our sanctuary to welcome the Sabbath bride.
בני שבת, בני שבת וקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת וקבלה, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ישמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, יאללה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, יאללה לך דודי, יאללה לקראת כלה, יללללי פני שבת, פני שבת וקבלה. בואי ושלום, עצרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, ילללי, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת כלה, ילללי בני שבת, בני שבת וקבלה, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת כלה, ילללי בני שבת, בני שבת וקבלה.
Continuing with Psalm 92, page 140, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
We turn back in our prayer books to page 120, 121 as we light our Sabbath lights and invite Shoshana, yes, and Ava up to the bima to light our candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzianu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you very much. Page 144, our Chatzi Kaddish, as we make our way into the main section of our service this evening.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ויעמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי
בחייכון
וביומייכון ובחיי דרכו בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה.
יתברך
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ואמרו amen.
Our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, can be found on page 146. Please rise if you're able.
Ya la la, ya la la la, 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 ya la 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 la, ya 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 la la Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue reading together on the bottom of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And on page 150, we continue together. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise if you're able. Shema, page 152, 153.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. The following reading is not in your Siddur. The time is now to go, he said. The time is now. Before the jaws of nostalgia for our bodies, for our labor, for our humanity come tearing us from an uncertain future in which we know we will be slaves no more. The time is now to go, he said. The time is now to wrench open the mouth of the abyss for our bodies, for our love, for our humanity, to separate the waters that surround us, to save ourselves from drowning here or there. The time is now to go, he said. The time is now to march together, splitting the seas of hatred for our brothers, for our sisters, for ourselves, reverberating shock waves of footsteps smacking the earth, holding back the waters of unrighteous longing for what was and is the biggest lie of all. The time is now to go, he said. The time is now to call out from the sea, from Selma, from St. Augustine, from Sinai, for our ancestors, for black lives, for the migrants, from the mountaintop on which they stood. Can we see better than today? The time is now to go, he said. The time is now to stoke the blossom of freedom, the budding of redemption, for our souls, for our integrity, for our covenants, so that this journey of 4,000 years across seabeds and bridges and jail cells, southern deserts, cattle cars, and concentration camps, from unmarked graves and balcony assassinations, can be transformed from history written in blood to lives lived in bounty. Micha Mocha, our Song of Redemption, page 158.
And this melody may be a little new for some of us, so we're going to spend just a moment learning it. For those who already know it, please sing loud and help us out. So it goes like this. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefela. We'll sing that again. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Seli, Seli, anu ve'yameru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, ולא מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen. We ask God to watch over us this night and every night, to keep far away from us the things that trouble life. Disease, famine, war, hatred. To shelter us with a sukkah of peace. Page 160, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmat tzitenu uvolenu lechaim ushalom me'ata le'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. V'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
And on 162, we are reminded to keep this day separate from the rest. It's funny, it's the only one that gets a name, a real name in Torah. Every other day is Yom Rishon, Yom Sheni, first, second, third, fourth. This day, it's not just the seventh day, it's Shabbat. It's time to rest. It's time to take a breath from the week. Keep it special. Keep it holy. It keeps us, that's for sure. Page 162.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו ולישראל את השבת, את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, לדורותם ברית עולם.
The Amidah, the central prayer of our service, begins on page 164. We will chant out loud together through page 170, and then it's a choose your own adventure prayer. You can continue in the Hebrew or the English silently, those two options, or you can close your siddur and pray the words of your heart, your own personal private prayer. So again, 164 to 170 out loud together, then silently in whichever fashion you choose. If you are continuing in the actual siddur, in the prayer book, it goes through page 180. Page 180 is where you'll end. For now, please rise if you're able. And when you're done with your prayer, you can have a seat.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Oseh u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh kol atara ve'hoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech nofalim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melech, melech memit umechayeh, umatzliach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You can find the words to Ozi v'Zimrat Yah in your handout if you'd like to follow along. Ozi v'Zimrat Yah v'yeli Yeshua. Ozi v'Zimrat Yah v'yeli Yeshua. Adonai ish milchama, Adonai shemo, Markevat paro v'chilo yarav hayam, umivchar shalishav tu be'u ve'yam suf. Ozi v'Zimrat Yah v'yeli Yeshua. Ozi v'Zimrat Yah v'yeli Yeshua. So I sang those words
I was just going to say.
because I thought we should at least have a little bit other than the Micha Mocha from the Song of the Sea.
Yes. Those words come sort of near the beginning of Shirat Hayam of the Song of the Sea, and our cantor Hayut will be chanting from just before, correct?
Correct.
In a few moments from Torah. So we're not actually. I said, what are you chanting this week? And the cantor Hayut said, well, I'm going to chant before Shirat Hayam because I always chant Shirat Hayam.
But I think the drama is in the sea opening and everyone walking
Sure.
through.
That is the dramatic moment,
Yeah, so
But if you want to hear Shirat Hayam chanted, you should come to Shabbat services tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., where Cantor Hayut will be chanting Shirat Hayam. So join us there as well. And Barry, right? You're joining. Yes, from our board of trustees. Barry, what's your specific role? Are you an at-large member? An at-large member of our board of trustees. Barry, if you'll join us on the bima as we remove our Torah from the ark. Please rise if you're able.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, Uniromima Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai ha'gedula ve'ha'gevura ve'ha'tiveret ve'ha'netzach ve'ha'od. Ki ho b'shamayim u'va'aretz Baricho b'shamayim uvaretz lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'yamid naseh lechol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Please be seated. So, I feel like because Shirat Hayam, there's this, incredible moment in the Torah portion. Everything else sort of gets forgotten about, right? But there's a lot more that happens in this Torah portion. You're still focusing right at the beginning, yes? Yeah, okay. So I won't talk about that. But once the Israelites cross the sea, right? They start with complaints on one side of the sea. They do some singing and cheering, and then they complain some more. Which
I don't think we ever stopped complaining once we started.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds
That's
like me.
a complaint leads to a complaint, I think, right?
Yeah.
But it makes, I think it makes a lot of sense, actually. Here the Israelites are just having been freed from Egypt, and they're they can see Pharaoh's approaching behind them, and they see this sea in front of them. So I get the complaining then, because that's a pretty severe moment. And then, they're so overcome with joy that they've survived this whole thing. Thank God, like literally, right? And then, okay, fine, nobody's pursuing them anymore, but they don't have water and they don't have anything to eat. And those are, when it comes to basic needs, those are pretty high up there in our basic needs. So their complaints, I think, are warranted, actually. And I don't know that we should necessarily expect anything else from them, which is a good thing to remember, all of us, whoever received complaints. So take a breath. That probably the person complaining maybe has a good reason to be complaining, and maybe we should hear them out. I wish God and Moses would have taken it that way, but that's at least what I learned from the constant complainings of the Israelites, constant complaints of the Israelites. Okay, coming to our bima.
Yamdu, Wendy Lawrence and Todd Morgan, Aliyah La Torah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu B'Kohamim V'nat Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai HaMoshe Nitei et yadcha al hayam Vayashuvu hamayim al Mitzrayim Ve'al Richbo ve'al Parashav Vayet Moshe et yado al hayam Vayashav hayam Lifnot boker Le'etono U'Mitzrayim nasim likrato Vayinaer Adonai et Mitzrayim b'toch hayam Vayashuvu hamayim Vayichasu et harechev Ve'et haparashim Lechol chel paro Habayim acharehem bayam Lo nishar bahem ad echad Uvenei Yisrael Halchu bayavasha betoch hayam V'hamayim lahem chama miminam u'mismalam Vayosha Adonai bayom hahu et Yisrael miyad Mitzrayim Vayar Yisrael et Mitzrayim met al sefat hayam Vayar Yisrael et hayad hagdola asher asa Adonai b'Mitzrayim vayir'u ha'am et Adonai vayaminu b'Adonai u'v'Moshe avdo. Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. It's at the end of this week's Torah portion that sort of in a similar moment, God tells Moses to lift up his hand and his staff over the water, and then it splits. And as the Israelites are in their first battle, right after they cross the sea, essentially. Moses and Joshua and Aaron. Moses and Joshua and Aaron go up to a mountain to watch the battle, essentially, as it happens. And the Torah tells us that when Moses would lift up his arms, the Israelites would would win the battle, essentially, and if his arms fell, that they would lose their strength in a way. And so that Aaron and Joshua were holding his arms up so that they could ensure that the battle was won. And it's an interesting idea that our actions, that the way that we interact with each other can give other people strength. We hope and we pray that when we pray the words for refuah shlema, for a full and speedy healing, that our metaphoric arms are raised for our loved ones who are in need of healing, that they might feel a sense of strength from our strength going out to them. We pray for a full and speedy healing, whether it is of body or mind or spirit. We are particularly mindful of Johanna Mabry, Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Erica Arnold, Marilyn Jeffs, Valentina Volson, Sally Rose Campbell, Hillary Handwerger, David Bloom, Judy Eisenberg, Milton Scheil, Jake Waxman, Bridget Ford, Joel Berger, Jeffrey Gersh, Margaret Leslie, Karen Simon, Andrew Pabers, Betsy Mark, Steve Gill, Stacy Young, Alana Weissman, Paul Vanek, Ruven Levine, Jack Jr. Roper, Amy Pabers, Judo Winston Schwartz, Sydney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Dave Gordon, Julie Lambert, Mindy Maringer, Stacy Hostler, and Jeffrey Spoon. If there are other names to add to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours.
Page 371. Mi shebeirach avoteinu mekor habracha may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Barry, if you join us one more time on the bima as we lift and dress our Torah, please rise if you're able.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael, al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la. Eitz chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar teracheha tarchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekedem.
Please be seated. It's my honor to invite to our bima Rabbi Daniel Alter, our Director of Education. Daniel is going to be giving a monthly sermon. We're not telling you which. So even if you really just want to hear him, you got to come every week and listen to me too. But we had our first sermon last month, and any Tolkien this month?
You know, as much as I tried, I think it was too much.
Okay, all right. So no Tolkien this month, but maybe next month.
Yeah. Hi! That was a bit loud.
Make it a little bit lower if you want.
Yeah. Today is the 19th of January. Less than 3 weeks ago, we celebrated the birth of 2019. A new year, new opportunities, and brand new resolutions in honor of Earth's completion of its orbit around the sun, we resolved to make changes, to eat healthy, to exercise, to save more. Show of hands, who here made at least one New Year's resolution? Anyone? Okay, hands up. Awesome. It's wonderful to set goals. Now, is anyone brave enough to admit that they've already broken their resolution? Yeah. For what it's worth, you're not alone. The average lifespan of a New Year's resolution is no more than a few weeks. As many as 80% fail by February. No matter how earnest we may be, we falter. The realities of life challenge our desire for change, and the status quo, even if not ideal, is at least comfortable. This week in Parshat Beshalach, we read of the Israelites struggling with this very same reality. After Pharaoh allows their release, the newly freed slaves march out of Egypt. V'hamushim alu b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim. That first word, hamushim, is, well, a little weird. Our commentators teach us that it means armed, resolved, or defiant. Armed, the Israelites rose up out of the land of Egypt. Sounds nice, stoic, picturesque. And yet, when faced with their new reality, their resolve immediately falters. When Pharaoh's army gives chase, the Israelites wonder if they should have stayed in Egypt. Even after witnessing the miracle of the parting of the sea, at the first sign of hunger and thirst, they question if it would not have been better to die in Egypt. Again and again, the people doubt. Without Moses' constant assurances, they too would have failed. One life lesson from this story may be to find ourselves a Moses, to find ourselves a partner, someone who can keep us honest and on track. Every heroic journey needs allies. An Obi-Wan for every Luke Skywalker, a Dumbledore for every Harry Potter, a Maui for every Moana. Finding allies and developing a strong support network is an essential life skill, especially when we want to make change. Life is hard. No one should have to go it alone. And yet, in every story, as in real life, there comes a time when the hero must face the challenge alone. The Israelites never learned this. As former slaves, they were accustomed to strong leadership, to following orders. Moses filled that void. That first generation may have been freed, but they were never liberated. Even their descendants, who never knew slavery, went from Moses to Joshua, to the judges, to Samuel, to Saul, to David. They never developed internal fortitude of an independent people. Curiously, Rashi offers a second understanding of Hamushim, or Hamushim. one that changes the story entirely, citing its connection to the Hebrew word hamish, meaning 5. Hamoshim may mean a 5th, or even a 50th. According to a midrash, only a small portion of the Israelite community survived their time in Egypt. Rather than armed, the Israelites may have gone up out of Egypt 5th, a fraction, fractured, unwhole. When we are fractured, when we are unwhole, our defiance, our desire for change, grows not from a positive place, but from a negative place of resentment. Yes, resentment can be effective, but to quote author John Green, it is a dirty fuel. It may burn bright, but it burns cold. Resentment blinds us to empathy, to multiple perspectives, to positive emotion. And it sullies anything we create. Anything that spawns from resentment is paradoxically both completely selfish and entirely focused on others, impressing them, one-upping them, proving ourselves to them. So how do we find a balance between a support system and crutch? How can we march out proud and whole, neither fractured nor fueled by resentment? How do we develop an internal locus of control to take responsibility for our own physical and emotional states? The answer goes by many names. Some call it mindfulness. Others call it a spiritual program. All of these things boil down to appreciation. Appreciation is the inverse of resentment. When we resent, we focus on that which we do not have. When we appreciate, we focus on that which we do have. When we acknowledge and appreciate our support network, we recognize the gifts they give us and how we have grown thanks to their work. We become self-sufficient. We liberate ourselves. As Jews, we demonstrate appreciation through blessings. Blessings for food, for light, for clothing, for anything. The rabbis believe that we should say 100 blessings a day. For the most mundane, bread that hasn't even had the chance to rise, to the greatest of miracles, the parting of the sea. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us the gift of appreciation. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi Daniel. It's beautiful. Our service continues on page 586. Aleinu, please rise if you're able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כחיי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We are in the first 30 days of mourning, the period of Shloshim for Edward Pausner, Linda Levy, Roy Vanek, Mel Friedman, Barbara Fields, and Eileen Rothenberg. Our yard sites this week are for Lenore Bernstein, Grace Borowitz, Paul Boxer, Sam Boxer, Lawrence Boxer, Tilly Boxer, Latrice Brower, Harry Bronstein, Babette Kane, Marjorie Fitzpatrick, Susan Gray Lawrence, Norman Greenspoon, Edward Gross, Werner Heumann, Eric Kinder, Sadie Liebling, Edith Lipman, Jack Lipman, Bella Lipset, Sandy Melson, Betty Mallet, William McDermott, Jeanette Morgenstern, Harry Newman, Milton Offen, Jan Perrell, Russell Perrell, James Portman, Lancelot Pawandra, William Reinhardt, Tubi Resnick, Herschel Rubin, Samuel Shimovich, Gustav Shapiro, Sherry Shaman, Robert Shorer, Rena Seufer, Janice Soundhammer, Morris Sprung, Shirley Suture, Evelyn Wares, Rena Wax, Faye Weiss, and Juliana Zarinsky. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dachol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ulamei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
Please be seated. And Barry, if you'll join us one more time on our bima for words of welcome and brief announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Well, we are really thankful that you had joined us tonight for our service. It was really beautiful and very thoughtful. Give thanks to the clergy who had done the service for us. And the announcements are pretty much in your leaflet. If you could all go and read that, you don't have to go and hear me list it off in a boring way. But we're definitely glad that you're here. And there's an oneg after. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. That's right. I'm going to say two things, though, about upcoming things. In March, Rabbi Levy is going to be joining us on the 7th, I think. It's the first week of March, on likely Thursday evening, and then he'll be speaking here at Shabbat services. So I think that's the 8th or the 9th. And coming to Lunch and Learn for those that attend that on Friday afternoons, which, by the way, is open to anybody. It's not we don't cap the attendance at that. So noontime Friday, right in there, actually, over in the adult lounge, any week, but certainly that week. And then later on that month, as if Rabbi Levy isn't enough, Rabbi Rick Jacobs, the president of the Union for Reform Judaism, will be joining us again on a Thursday evening for a big, hopefully really Jewish community, but maybe even beyond too, I imagine, talk about the future of Judaism in the United States. And then spending time with us here at Shabbat services and Shabbat morning, and it's going to be a really fantastic experience with him, I'm sure. So be around in March. Yes,
it's an
Betty?
exciting month.
Next Friday is not the Shabbat Achad, but new member Shabbat.
No, that's right. Yeah, thank you.
Come to welcome
New members.
all members.
I'm going to repeat you. Next week, Friday night, is New Member Shabbat. So come. You have to come back.
The service starts at
6:30. That's right. Oh, that's right. At 6:30 service. Yes. It's great and really nice to welcome folks that way. So please do join us. Yeah, that's enough.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But there'll be more.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, sure, Deb. Yeah.
Can you bring the microphone to Laura so she can talk about the pre-dames?
Pre-Dames event.
I do not need the microphone.
But no one streaming can hear you if you don't talk into the microphone.
No, they
They
can't
won't hear you.
No,
They won't hear you. Unfortunately, we need the.
They're like in China. They can't hear you there.
That's what happens when you're a middle school and high school principal. You learn how to talk very loud. speaking of newcomers, Shabbat next Friday night, our WTBE, our Women of TBE, is having their Dames Dinner, and I cannot think of what the DAMES spells, except that we're all very special people. I do know that. And it's the Women's Sisterhood for TBE. And if you have not yet become a member, you will definitely want to become a member by Monday night and join us at 6 o'clock in the social hall. But there's something even better than that. Well, no, not better. But leading up to that, we're having 2 special parties before the party even starts at 6 o'clock. One party is Sunday from 1 to 3 in the social hall, and that's a pre-party, and you have to bring a pair of scissors in order to get admitted. That's all you have to do is bring a pair of scissors.
Sounds dangerous.
It is. Well, I'm not telling anyone. So anyway, a pair of scissors, and we're repeating that pre-party again on Monday afternoon from 1 to 3 or something like that. Anyway, it's in all the newsletters and everything. And the theme is getting to know you. So as much as we're going to want to get to know the new members next Shabbat, we want to get to know the new women members of our temple, and invite all of you to come of all ages, please, to our either a pre-party, one of the 2 pre-parties, both of the pre-parties, plus our dinner next Monday night. It is catered. We have wine. We have wine, and we have hors d'oeuvres and dinner and dessert, and we have our guest speaker is Melissa Simon, who is our executive director at Temple, and you will be guaranteed a very interesting talk from Melissa. She's a very guaranteeable person. So thank you very much, Deb, for the plug. Pre-parties, Sunday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Dames Monday night.
And Laura has already promised me next year, since there's all these pre-parties, there's going to be an after-party next year. They didn't get to that this year, but look out for that next year. Okay, should we do that?
I think so.
I remembered. And we got new juice.
Thank goodness,
Yeah.
it looks good.
Would anybody like to join us for Motzi and Kiddush? Yes, yeah, maybe. And you want? Come on. There's challah. It's challah.
You get the first bite of the challah.
Juice. You can definitely bring your dad for sure.
Sure, you guys don't want to come?
Okay, it's okay. No, we won't force you. You get the entire challah. All to yourself. At the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below, and God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above, and then put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below, and the flying creatures in the sea above, and then created all the creepy crawly things to crawl over the earth, and then finally created us human beings and said, now it's time to rest.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tefillah v'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikohanim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechaim.
It's juice. some too? You want some? Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Enjoy. Shabbat Shalom.
Unlike the kids at Tat Shabbat who rip this apart until it looks like nothing anymore.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for helping us. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Either way.
And page 631. Page 631.
Yeah, I was feeling in a Sephardic mood tonight.
All right.
Ein keloheinu, ein katonenu, ein kemalkeinu, ein kemoshienu. Non como nuestro Dios, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro Rey, non como nuestro Salvador. Mi Eloheinu, mi Adonenu, mi Malkeinu, mi Moshienu. Quien como nuestro Dios, quien como nuestro Señor, quien como nuestro Rey, quien como nuestro Salvador. No del Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu. Daremos a nuestro Dios, daremos a nuestro Señor, daremos a nuestro Rey, daremos a nuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Bendicho nuestro Dios, bendicho nuestro Señor, bendicho nuestro Rey, bendicho nuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Tú sos nuestro Dios, tú sos nuestro Señor, tú sos nuestro Rey, tú sos nuestro Salvador.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.